Hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider. I'm in the kitchen today, and if you hang out with me, you'll know that I've done a lot of Destiny cookbook recipes. But today we're gonna just take a detour away from the Destiny cookbook, and I'm gonna make some Italian hot chocolate. Now, the secret to good rating, good in-game content, energy. And this is going to give us a lot of energy because hot chocolate, yes, it's going to be good for you. Now, the Italian hot chocolate, it's rich, creamy, decadent, delicious. I think if Eva Levante had some Italian hot chocolate, she would change her mind about coffee. She would be saying, I could sure use a nice cup of Italian hot chocolate. I want to start with a 60% cacao. Now, you can go a little bit heavier in the cacao. You can definitely go up to like a 72, 75. I like the dark chocolates. And this is a 60% cacao chocolate. I'm going to break this up and we're going to use this as one of the main ingredients. But we're also going to supplement this chocolate with some additional chocolates and a very special ingredient. Now, hang with me because when this ends, Guardians, when this video comes to an end, we're going to have a really phenomenal Italian hot chocolate. Rich, creamy, delicious. Now, on my cutting board, I have put a piece of paper down. This is a wax paper, parchment paper. That's just to keep my chocolate from going into my cutting board. I have a special cutting board. This is bamboo. It's really hard because I'm going to be using a very special instrument. We all know proper tools. You want the proper tools. And in Destiny, that means extra special good weapons with the proper roll and great armor, right? You got to have a lot to be successful in Destiny, and in the kitchen, you got to have a lot. So I'm going to be using my chocolate tool. This is designed to break up chocolate. Now, you can also use a knife on this, but I feel like this tool, medieval torture device, I'd love to get this after Savathun if it shot some arc energy out the tips. We would chase her down and give her a pow. All right, this is breaking up beautifully. This is 4 ounces of dark cacao chocolate. Now, I suppose you could make this really with a milk chocolate. We could Americanize this. That's what I'm saying. We could Americanize this, but you're going to like the flavor of this dark chocolate. Now that broke up beautifully, but you could also, Guardians, if you don't have one of these little specialized tools, you could break this up with a knife. You could also just use your hands. You know, crack that chocolate up, break it apart, and get it ready. Now, this is where this comes in handy. This is where the paper comes in handy. I'm just going to pull that right up, no mess, and I'm going to put this into a bowl to be used later. We're going to have this to add to our mixture. It's ready to go. I feel like I needed double chocolate. This does not look like enough. Give me another bar of chocolate. Give me 3 bars of chocolate. I love chocolate, and I hope you do too. Okay, we're going to now mix the base ingredients of the Italian chocolate. And by the base ingredients, this just is some of the thickeners that we want to use. I have a little bit, and flavor. This adds flavor. This is cocoa powder, and this is just a normal cocoa powder from Hershey. Yes, Hershey. Let's pop it in. Tap it, get it all out. Leave nothing behind. Set that to the side. Then I want to come in. This is cornstarch, and my cornstarch is going to thicken the end product. The thing about this decadent, wonderful Italian hot chocolate is it's thicker than your average hot chocolate. So it's really special. Let me get all of that out. And I'm going to have the ingredient mixture on my channel under the video. I think this was 1 tablespoon. And I want to put the recipe, because you're going to want to make this, right? You will want to make this. Now, I like to just whisk my dry ingredients in. Then we're going to add just a touch of salt. Salt is going to be really used as a flavor enhancer. It's going to just make the chocolate seem that much better. Sometimes people skip this, but don't, because it's going to give you a better end result. Let's pop that in. Just a pinch of salt. Then I've got a little bit of sugar. This is about 2 tablespoons. Now you could make it sweeter. You could, use less, but this is about 2 tablespoons. Granulated sugar. Let's pop it in. Let's whisk it. Mix all those ingredients. And Guardians, now for the secret ingredient. I want to just really enhance the flavors of the chocolate. I want them to shine. I want them to be like a beacon in a very dark place. Italian hot chocolate. I'm going to add a little bit of instant espresso coffee. Now, we don't want a lot of liquid water added to this, but this will dissolve when I add the milk product to this. Let's top that coffee in. That was about a teaspoon. That was like a freeze-dried espresso. Let's whisk it together. Fully distributing all of the dry ingredients will give us a better end result, because you do want this to be very smooth. Now here I have half and half. You could use milk. You could use an almond milk, an oat milk, whatever kind of milk that you like. But if you've watched prior videos of mine where I made a Cabal hot chocolate, I 100% prefer real milk. And this is half and half. It's going to be extra rich and creamy. I want this to be decadent. This is like a once or twice a year treat. This is half and half decadent Italian hot chocolate. I'm going to pour some of this in because I want to whisk it so that I can add this to my pot when we get ready to heat this hot chocolate. Now, the better you whisk this, you don't want any lumps. That's what I'm trying to say, Guardians. Don't let this be lumpy. You don't want a clumpy, lumpy Italian hot chocolate, smooth and creamy. Now, I want to give a big hello to all the people in Italy, all the Guardians that hang out with me, Italy, and really from around the world, and especially to USA, Canada, England. You guys really support my channel, and there are a lot of you that come in and hang out with me. You're appreciated. Thank you. This hot chocolate, I wish you were here. We could share a cup together. All right, now I'm whisking. Again, I want this to be really, no lumps, no lumps. This is starting to really look well blended, but I'm gonna continue to just whip it for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna get ready to set up my little oven, and we're gonna heat this hot chocolate, add the chocolate, and put some toppings on it. Now, Guardians, also a little extra ingredient that I'm going to add. This is my homemade vanilla. These are Madagascar vanilla beans, and I make this here at home. They absolutely just gonna, again, bring the level of flavor up. Let's add a drop or two of this in. A little splash, just an extra added enhancement to the flavors. Let's set that aside. Continue to whisk. Now, you could use a little blender for this if you wanted to, but I feel like a whisk is a perfect tool to get this going. Guardians. Oh, that smells so good. Yum-y. Perfection is about to be served. It's about to be served. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna bring my pan over, clean up my workstation. Get out of here, cutting board. Clean up my workstation and move this up to the top. Milk, off you go. Actually, that's half and half. I'm gonna bring this over and I wanna get my milk in. I'm gonna heat this kind of slowly. I'm gonna put my milk in. I'm gonna save just a little bit back to rinse out my mixing bowl because I want every bit of chocolate goodness out of my mixing bowl. All right, this is my mixture. I'm gonna pour that in. Get out of there. All right, now I'm gonna take my milk, my half and half, pour it in. This is the remainder. Set that aside and just get all that additional chocolate out of my bowl. Get out of there. In it goes. Man, I think I could drink this right now. I think I could drink it right now. Of course, I want to cook that cornstarch. All right, now I want to turn on my stove or, my heating element. I'm going to turn it on and I hit stir fry. I don't want that on maximum. Let's get that down to like a medium. And I want to continue to watch this and stir because once this starts to get hot and we can see a little bit of steam rising and maybe some additional bubbles forming around the edge, we'll know that this is ready to add the chocolate. Now, Guardians, don't go away. We're very close to having the end product. I'm Ransom Rider. Destiny 2 is my favorite game. Guardians, thank you for hanging out with me. We're going to taste this in just moments, so stay right there. This is heating up, Guardians. I'm drinking. This is coffee, and I'm going to have a sip as I watch my concoction start to heat up and get ready for the chocolate. This is coffee. Cheers. Have one with me. Oh my gosh, that's good. But normally, Guardians, you find me drinking coffee, or I like a good tea. I like green teas, Earl Greys. There's several teas that I really enjoy. I moved it up too. And I really like to have a beverage ready when I'm gaming because stay hydrated. It's easy to get carried away and not realize that you've been playing for 7 hours, 8 hours, me in Trials of Osiris, 8 hours before I finally got my wins. But during that time, keep something handy to have a sip. You don't want to get dehydrated because headaches, fatigue, it's no good. It's no good. All right, this is the time where I usually say a few magic words. Abracadabra. I ought. Paracausal. It's going to be perfect now. There's no way this can mess up. No way. And I want to come back and every couple of minutes, I just want to stir this. It's really important that born in the backwoods, raised in a cave. It's very important that you stir this on occasion because you don't want the chocolates and the sugar to stick on the bottom and give you an off flavor. You just don't want that. You want this to be a perfect cup. You want it to be a perfect Italian hot chocolate. Oh, that is smelling so good, Guardians. So good. Magic. Magic. Guardians, magic is just science we don't understand. We'll eventually decipher it. We'll know the secret. The hive runes have tails, and we want to know what they are. They have tails to tell. Hive runes. Now, having said that, When I see a hive rune and I know that a puzzle's coming, I turn to fellow guardians. I want my fire team members decipher the runes, read the cards, because I just have brain freeze as soon as I see those puzzles coming up. I love to get in there and do the deeds in pushing back the darkness, but I love for other folks to be able to figure out the puzzle. Is that wrong of me? Is that so wrong? If you know that you're good at a job, hey, do that job. And the puzzle parts are not for me. Although, if forced to do it, I would. But I am going to say, I've got digital evidence of me trying to figure out puzzles. We don't want to go there. We do not want to go there. You can see that most of the little air bubbles that I popped in, they have left the scene. But now we'll start getting a rise in temperature. And once I see the signs that this is heating up, we'll know that I can put the chocolate. Because basically, Guardians, all we have to do is melt the chocolate. We just have to melt it. Now, in order for me not to make a mess, I have a glass heat-safe pitcher available. I have this contraption device that will help me. It's a funnel. It will help me get my chocolate in there, hopefully without making a big mess. And then we're going to pop it right into these 2 cups, and we'll be ready to enjoy. Stir, 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 stir. Do your thing now. Yeah, yeah. Come on, hot chocolate. Gaming is so good for you, Guardians. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps your reflexes sharp. Keeps your reflexes sharp. Now, I say that, but after a lot of time in Trials of Osiris for these last few weeks, I need to sharpen my skill set. That's just fact. It's fact. Thank you to the Guardians who have played with me, especially in those who have suffered with me inside Trials of Osiris. Thank you, Guardians. Is there a hot chocolate song out there? If there is, cue the music. Cue the music. Guardians, this is hot. We're seeing some bubbles come in around the edge. We're starting to get the heat on there. This is time to add the chocolate. All we have to do is melt this wonderful chocolate. And now remember, this is 60% cacao. Let's pop it in. Get in there, every drop. Now, I am going to reduce the heat, and I'm going to turn that off because there's enough heat in here now to melt my chocolate, and this will be complete. We'll get this out of the pot and get it ready to serve. All right, Guardians, I've cleaned up my station. I have my main. This is what I'm going to serve my chocolate out of. Let's get some marshmallows up here, and I'm going to remove this from the heat. This is nice and toasty, and I'm going to be ready to serve this. We're going to serve it. All right. Let me give it a final stir. It is ready to go. Smells delicious, looks delicious. And let's get these, I want to decant it out of the pot. So I'm going to pour it right in here. Oh my gosh, Guardians. This smells so good. So good. Woo, I got that full. I got that full. I've got a little bit left over. We'll let that cool and spoon it out later. All right, that looks fantastic. What a great little tool this is. Who invented that? I don't know, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, now let's get this here, Guardians. We're going to pour this out and we're going to taste test. rich, decadent. Watch that pour out, Guardians. Oh, beautiful. Now, I made this. This one's mine. Am I going to fill it up? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to pour one for you because I know you want one. Don't deny it. You want one. Oh my God. That is so good. Get out of there, chocolate. Get out of there. So good, Guardians. Let's garnish these with a few marshmallows. You want it to look good, right? A few marshmallows on top. We could shave a little bit of chocolate on this. Guardians, let's give it the final test, the taste. Because ultimately, this should be delicious, but let's find out together. Let's find out. This is Italian hot chocolate. I'm Ransom Ryder. Destiny 2 is my favorite game. I'm making these recipes with you so we can share this stuff together. Cheers. Nikki Satz, Italian, plays with me often. Nikki, this is Italian hot chocolate. I know you're going to want to have some of this. Come on over. Let's give it a sip. Oh my gosh. I got a marshmallow. Guardians, don't hesitate to make this at home. This is so quick, easy, delicious. Treat yourself. You're worth it. Woo, that's hot. Be careful. Be careful. So good. Guardians, I will see you very soon the next time I play gaming. It's what I enjoy, it's what I do for fun, and I want you to come in and hang out with me. Enjoy this Italian hot chocolate recipe. Rich, decadent, filled with flavor. I know you're going to love it. I will see you very soon. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you. I'm gonna have a little bit more. I will probably finish all of this off camera. Bye. So good.